This is what I'm currently working on right now. It's a commissioned die piece, and my client wanted to display this diorama on his Ikea Detolf shelves. And so I came up with the overall dimension of 15 inches high, 11 inches deep, and 14 inches wide. He also wanted a back alley type scene, and so that's what I'm planning to do here. I currently have this magnetized already, so basically I'm gonna have three major pieces, and so I'm gonna have this bottom section, and I have a couple of wall panels. And currently right now I'm planning as to what I'm gonna do with the walls. I've already decided that I'm gonna make the paving asphalt, and then I'm just gonna be adding some debris along the sides, and add some litter, like paper and stuff like that. And then I also added manhole cover, just to add a little bit of interest, because otherwise it'll just be black, and you just want to have something of interest in the paving to look at. And for the walls, I'm planning to just make all this wall right here into like a concrete type wall, and then make this wall the brick wall, just to have a contrast between the two. And my idea here is I want to have a door right here. It's gonna be a non-working door, and I'm gonna add a step, one step before the opening. And then basically gonna have multiple electrical boxes in here, like electrical meters, and electrical switches and stuff like that along this side. And then I'm gonna have electrical piping, multiple electrical piping that will come across, go up, and then go along this way, and then basically just bunch up on this side and then go up. And then in here I'm planning to add like a window, kind of like right here. It'll be like a busted window, and then it'll be boarded up with like wood planks basically. And then at the bottom I'll probably gonna add like a vent, just to add a little bit of detail in there. But yeah, I mean that's my overall kind of like plan. I'm pretty sure that along the way, I usually add stuff or change things along the way, usually when I work. So in the end I might have something a little bit something a little different than what I originally described, but overall that's kind of like my idea in there. And so the next step will be for me right now is just to start carving the foam, and yeah, basically just carving the foam, and that's it. So I was able to work on this the other day. I've been kind of busy, so haven't done a lot, but so far this is what I have. And so yeah, so I finished my idea for this wall. So like I said, it's the brick, basically a brick wall, and this right here will be a glass window. I'm still debating whether I'd like to put kind of like wood planks just to cover that. I was thinking of maybe just doing straight up window and just have it like cracked or broken a little bit, just to show the detail. So I may omit putting a wood plank cover on that. And then here at the bottom, like I said, I wanted a vent in there, so I still need to add the cover for that. But overall, that wall is done. And on this side, yeah, I stick on making this side of the wall concrete pretty much. And yeah, so I added this like electrical meter, and I have a couple of utility boxes in there. And I was originally planning to have the conduit pipes to run this way for this, but I kind of decided to just do it from the bottom and going down. I'll probably, since this pipe is kind of short, instead of adding additional piece in there to go down, I think I'm just gonna add a little small electrical kind of like box in there, like what do you call that, like a junction box or something like that at the bottom of these. So I won't have to extend those pipes to go all the way at the back. And yeah, came out good. And then on this one, like I said, it's a step up to this non-working door over here. I still need to add kind of like a detail at the bottom right here, like a kick plate or something like that, just to add a little bit of detail on that. And then of course I'm gonna be adding the doorknob in there. And then yeah, I added additional piping in here. Yeah, so that's pretty close to completion. Like I said, I only need to get this thing done and that part done, and I'll be ready to paint this. So yeah, on the next section of this video, hopefully I'll have the dio all wrapped up. All right. Alright, so here's the completed diorama. It's fully painted, airbrushed, added the decals in there, added a little bit of graffiti tags at the doors and some on the dumpster. I have Batrock in there just to give you a sense of the scale of the diorama. Okay, so let's just go over this diorama real quick. So let me take this out. And so here's the vent that I made. I think I explained earlier that I wasn't sure if I explained that, but I actually used coffee stirrer sticks for those vent cover. For the windows, I end up deciding on just doing a straight up window, with cracks, rather than using a like the wood planks to cover this piece. I think I like that one better. And then here I finished the these electrical boxes, added the decals in there. Came out pretty good. I like the way it turns out. And then the door, it's a non-working door. but I added this kind of like kick plate in there to add to add a little bit more detail on that door rather than just one plain block. I also added this little for the door handle, that little piece right there. Normally I only use a doorknob straight on, but for this one I decided to use or add that little detail in there just to make it more realistic. And then as for my piping, again, those are the DIY build your own straw that you get from dollar store, Dollar Tree. And I use zip ties to fully secure that. This is actually the first time I did that, and I think it turns out great. It actually adds a little bit more detail on the pipe itself, because in real life you actually have those kind of connection or attachment to the wall. So let me see, let me just take this thing out. I made this little garbage bags to go along with the display. This is actually a part of the display, so when I ship this to my client, all this piece will go along. Oh yeah, and then I mentioned earlier that I decided to just instead of continuing the piping all the way to the ground, I just decided to create a junction box, electrical junction box, just to cover that up. And I think it turns out great, and you can actually display it just like that, without the dumpster. You can also display this and have the dumpster on the other side. So display wise, my client will have the option to pick the look that he wanted. And then again, these are the $3 lights. It works in there, but just doesn't, the battery in those doesn't last long, so I'm just gonna turn those off. Oh yeah, and then additional details that I put in here, this is actually the first time I tried doing it, is that adding those grout, the white grout, into bricks. I decided not to put grout all the way through the brick wall, because I don't know, I just want to make it look like more of older wall, because when you have all white in there, it looks like it's newly constructed. So I only added a little bit just to add a little bit of character to that wall, and it actually turned out good. It looks very realistic. I don't know if that translates really well on the video, but in person it looks pretty good. All right, well, that's about it. If you guys have any questions, additional question, please feel free to send me a message or email me, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can with those answers. All right, well, again, this is the completed back alley dio. The dimension again with this one, I think, is the size for a Detolf display. I think it's 11 deep, I think 16 high, and 14 wide. And yeah, this is fully collapsible, so let me do that right now. So this one is actually a removable piece right here. So let me just take that out. There you go. Just a little hole in there straight up. Of course, those pipes and stuff are all permanent, including this and all of this right here. So all this wall right here are one piece. I'm doing this at the same time. So there you go. It's just you know, pretty much a 3-piece item with that little piece in there. So storage wise, it's pretty, yeah, not that big. All right, well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Mechbay Dios, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.